And today on our Morning Tea Chat, I am absolutely honored that we're going to be speaking to Dr. Pauline Pearce, principal of Mount Vernon High School, and she joins us to share her incredible journey of transforming a school in just 1 year. That's big. With her unwavering dedication and visionary leadership, Dr. Pearce has not only earned prestigious accolades like Principal of the Year, but has also instilled a powerful motto of building community, cultivating character, inspiring excellence into the fabric of her educational philosophy. Join us as we delve into her inspiring story and glean insights into the transformative power of education and leadership. Dr. Pearce, good morning and welcome to the Morning Tea. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
No, thank you. And congratulations for all that you're doing. And I want to say thank you for what you've done, your incredible leadership in the Mount Vernon High School. We're going to talk about how you've turned the school around in just 1 year. Congratulations on the remarkable achievements of Mount Vernon High School under your leadership. Can you share with us some of the key strategies or initiatives you implemented that contributed to the school's transformation in just 1 year?
Thank you for that question, but I need to make one quick correction.
Yes.
It was a team effort.
Well, yeah.
So I have a remarkable team.
Mm-hmm.
I am so blessed to be working with some amazing people who want to see our students and our school succeed.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm just going to touch on 4 strategies that I think really helped us to get to where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, having the right people on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Having the right people on the bus is critical to any success story. My amazing principals and support staff, my amazing assistant principals and support staff were very, very instrumental in helping us to move the school along. Mm-hmm. People who are not afraid to be who the organization needs them to be. So, for example, on the first day that I met the staff, I made it clear to them that if it meant that I had to clean the floor, I will clean the floor to get the job done. Mm. And so the people on my team have the same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why I think we have been very successful. In addition to that, taking over any institution that has a negative connotation that surrounds them means that you have to first of all start off by rebranding. Mm-hmm. And so we engaged on the project of rebranding the school, making sure that we bring forward all the positives and showcasing the great work that's happening inside of the institution. Mm-hmm. As we very well know, it only takes one little incident before everyone starts to the name blame mm-hmm. and starts to talk negatively about any organization. Mm-hmm. And so we make it a continuous effort to make sure that we are pushing the positive and showcasing the great work that's happening here. Mm-hmm. The second thing that I was very careful about doing is making sure that I reminded the staff on a daily basis of their worth. Building their collective efficacy and setting short-term goals and celebrating the small wins. Mm-hmm. Our staff needed it at that time, and we continue to do so today. Mm-hmm. I can't overemphasize the importance of communication. Mm-hmm. We communicate, and communicate some more. This communication always includes continuous and clear expectations regarding our progress or lack thereof. A lot of validation and recognition for staff and students was also very important in that process. Mm-hmm. In addition, we increased the opportunities for students and staff to spend time together outside of class. We had a number of events and continue to have a number of events after school, including dances and recognition ceremonies. We had one big field day event, and we all know where we got that from, growing up in Jamaica.
Yes.
We had one big field day event at the end of the year that was a total hit.
Wow.
I introduced the house system here at the high school, and we made that event bigger than life.
Wow.
Like I often tell my team that whatever anything that we're going to do, it's either we go big or we go home. And that has definitely brought us some good luck.
Wow. I loved all that you said. Your motto, building community, cultivating character, inspiring excellence, is truly inspiring. Could you elaborate on how these principles guide your approach to education and school leadership?
Well, as I said earlier, a part of the success story involved rebranding our school. And so building community, cultivating character, and inspiring excellence is our tagline, which is also in our call and response, that whenever we have an event, we do a call and response that includes that tagline. We also have a creed, and this whole idea here is the fact that we want our students to believe in themselves. And so we make sure that every single student that comes to this building memorize the call and response and our creed, and we use that as a mantra for as if you want to call it their daily bread to encourage themselves. And not only do we encourage our students to adopt those principles, we also encourage our staff. So as an entire community, we engage on making sure that the whole idea of community, character, and excellence is what drives everything that we do. Mount Vernon High School being an urban-like school, of course, we know that the majority of our students are from cultures that are communal. And we know that from these cultures, it's historically we rise when we help each other. And so the whole idea of making an effort and being intentional to build community first as a school at large, and also inside of that larger community, we have smaller communities such as clubs, where every student in the school has their own little group that they can feel special in and feel a part. And that helps us build a more caring and inclusive school environment. So everything that we do, building character. In our lessons, we have an IB program that we really focus on the IB principles, and that's where our character development comes in. We have various activities and events that support the whole idea of character building, where we teach the students. So, for example, on the 9th grade level, our theme on the 9th grade level is self-awareness. And so we are very intentional about touching these three values in everything that we do.
As we celebrate Teacher Appreciation Week and focus on mental health awareness for children, particularly in the Caribbean community, what do you believe are some of the unique challenges faced by youth in this community, in our community?
I tell you, that has been a continuous discussion in our school community. So being in contact with our students from the Caribbean country, it has come to the forefront that our students are struggling with bridging the gap between the Jamaican culture or the Caribbean culture and the culture that they're living in here or trying to adopt here. What we're seeing here is that in the Caribbean, the mental health issues are often stigmatized in the Caribbean cultures, leading to shame and reluctance to seek professional help. And our students are crying out for help, but of course, given the stigma that is attached to mental health in Caribbean communities, our students are not getting the help that they need. So instead of us acknowledging that there is an issue and that the issue is medical, we kind of continue to sweep those issues under the rug. And so our students are really not getting a chance to heal from the trauma that they've been experiencing. the needs that are developing as they try to navigate their high school years.
How can we as parents and as a community at large, because as someone from Jamaica, I'm sure your upbringing played a significant role in shaping your values and your principles. So coming here and noticing what you're noticing or would have noticed when you started in Mount Vernon High School, what values can we as a whole, as parents first, and then as a community and as educators and as role models within the community, what values can we begin to instill in our children at a young age, school age, and that we can model on going forward?
So are we talking as it relates to mental health?
Yeah, just values on a whole. What values could you offer, or advice would you offer to a parent who's dealing with someone in that has mental health, or just the values that you would instill in home before a child goes to school?
The value of hard work.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So one of the things I recall growing up, every single day as my mother prepared me for school, combing my hair, she always talked to me about the value of education and hard work, mm-hmm. right? Talking to me about the fact that I needed to make sure that I was an independent person, mm-hmm. someone who did not have to depend on anyone else to support myself. Mm-hmm. And so I think that has been something that stuck with me over the years. And so every opportunity that there is, that I usually embark on those opportunities, putting my best foot forward. So that's one of the things that I think we need to continue to start talking to our youngsters about, mm-hmm. talking to them about the value of education and the value of hard work. Mm-hmm. I'm finding far too many times now where, the students come up, especially the students that come up from Jamaica, they come up with, there are some students who come up prepared and there are some students who don't come prepared. They come up thinking that things will just happen without them putting in hard work.
The effort, yeah.
And so the value of hard work is always has to be at the forefront, mm-hmm. because nothing is going to be handed down to you for you to be successful.
Correct.
You will just become a part of the system.
Correct.
If you don't put the work in. It's whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get out.
Correct. Very important. Very, very important. Your dedication to providing a well-rounded education is evident. How do you ensure that the students at Mount Vernon High School are not only academically successful, but also equipped with the skills and mindset to thrive in all aspects of life?
So through the curriculum and program offerings, specifically designing curriculum and learning experiences that develop the 4 C's and writing. As we know, communication, collaboration, critical and creative thinking, and research skills are extremely important in this global economy. Mm-hmm. So I make an effort to make sure that we are offering programs that expose students to all the trends today. Mm-hmm. I make sure that I bring in STEM. We have our CTE programs. It's building and thriving at this point. Mm-hmm. And so making sure that we have the programming in place, the curriculum is structured so that students have access to the curriculum. We're trying to have themes across all units, across all the grade levels, so that we know. So if we say, for example, the Pythagorean theorem, mm-hmm. 20 years from now, students are not going to remember the Pythagorean theorem. Mm-hmm. So as it relates to the content, the students may not remember that. Mm-hmm. But once we talk about lifelong themes, mm-hmm. that we know students can carry with them for the remainder of their life, that's what we're trying to do here. Yep. At the high school. And that includes exposure. So for example, last year we had a group of students that went to Paris, and we're already in the planning process to get our students to a Spanish-speaking country. So we want to have that exposure, right? And we want to make sure that our students are not only locked into the area that they live, but that they are exposed to what other cultures are doing
Yes.
to give them a more well-rounded experience. And through those experiences, they will develop the skills that they need to be successful anywhere.
Oh, I mean, I love that we are raising global citizens. So giving them the exposure is so important. I absolutely love that initiative. Dr. Pearce, looking ahead, what are your aspirations for the future of education, and how do you envision continuing to make a positive impact on students' lives and communities?
Well, as we can see, education continues to evolve rapidly. Unfortunately, urban communities like mine may be lagging a little bit behind, but we know eventually we are all, based on the technological advancements and our societal needs, education is evolving into a more personalized approach. So we learned quite a lot during COVID. So we are now shifting towards giving a more personalized educational experience now that we are using Zoom and we're using virtual learning. So we're tailoring the learning experiences based on individual student needs and preferences. There are some students that we find that they do better online. And of course, the majority of our students prefer to be in person. So this whole idea of blended learning and online education, I know, is going to be central to the future of the educational landscape. In addition to that, we know that during this era, critical thinking, problem solving, like I said earlier, communication, digital literacy, and creativity is going to, right now, has changed the landscape of our curriculum, because there's just so much more emphasis on that now, because that's what we need, and I know we will need more of as we move forward.
Community leadership.
And don't let me forget about STEM.
Yes.
We already, the STEM education and STEAM integration continues to and will continue to be a priority as we move forward.
Yes, all important key aspects. Community Leadership Award on May 5th. May 6th was declared Dr. Pauline Pearce Day, subsequently named Principal of the Year as well. I mean, wow, and wow. What a year it has been for you. Can you tell us about the journey and the accolades and how it has impacted your perspective on leadership? Congratulations, by the way.
If I should start off saying that the work that I am doing, none of those things come to mind when I'm doing the work, right? So I see those things as just side effects of the work. So these accolades and this recognition doesn't change my perspective on leadership, right? For those people who know me, know that I am in it for the work and I'm in it for the sake of the children. I am at my happiest when I see the kids happy.
Aww. Love that.
And so, right now, we talked about, and my staff, because I didn't even share with them that that May 6th was Dr. Pauline Pearce's day.
Oh, wow.
People found out along the way.
Okay.
Because that is not what is important to me.
Yeah. I understand.
I'm the happiest when I see the kids happy.
Wow. Dr. Pearce, thank you so much for all that you do, recognizing that it is a team effort, and your love. I mean, as I hear you speak, the passion that comes out, the purpose that you on this life's journey that you're on. I just want to say thank you, congratulations, and continue to be a shining light in the Mount Vernon area. And while you're illuminating in the Mount Vernon area, I am sure that your light is being shown across the world. Thank you so very much for all that you do. And if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day when it comes.
Thank you so much, and thank you again for having me.
Yeah.